Hello everyone, welcome back to the good old YouTube channel. I'm glad you're here. Basically, when I was little, I used to be obsessed with animatics or AMVs. They were so good, and I've always wanted to make one. So today, I'm going to be making Little Me proud and bring you along to make an AMV in Capcut. In this video, I'll be giving you some transition ideas for your next edit. If you use any of these transitions, please do tag me. I'd love to see them either on YouTube or TikTok at dinosedits_10. During my research, I watched a few videos to give me the idea of what AMVs are all about. However, I'm a strong believer that you shouldn't go back to the past because it always ruins the love of the memory. Like whenever Easter comes around and I remember Peeps, and then I buy a Peep, and then I eat a Peep, and when I'm eating it, it's like I'm falling into Willy Wonka's factory of forbidden substances that he's making in his Breaking Bad lab, and then passes it off as Peeps. What was I talking about? Alright. So AMVs aren't as creative as I remember them being. They kind of are just becoming putting music behind an anime scene. Now there's like AMVs / edits. I don't know. In my head, I remember me typing in AMVs and popping up basically edits, but they're music videos. It was like Nightcore. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Maybe I'm thinking of Nightcore times anime. Anyway, so I'm going to be creating the AMVs I remember as a kid. Going into this, I wanted to make this the complete song, so like 3 minutes long. Redonkulous idea, but it was the idea at the time. But luckily, I couldn't think of an idea for the first verse of the song, so I skipped to the chorus and began there. I began with this clip because the sword sounds, while they don't match the beat completely, it does complement the beat. I don't know, as I listen to it, you ever listen to your edits or watch your edits more and more and you just become to hate them and despise them and wish you had never even started them? Well, after watching this edit so many times, I hate everything about it. But that's future me talking. I'm talking about the present. Wait, no, not the future me. That's the past. That's the present me talking. I'm talking about the past. Okay, past me. I began to cut out this giant foot because I don't know if y'all have watched Solo Leveling, but in Solo Leveling, whenever a giant creature is about to step on Jinwoo, he always jumps out of the way and he ends up in the air. It's supposed to signify how like fast he is. So I kind of wanted to relate that to my edit. So I have this cutout and I wanted it to be so in that clip when he's hunched over, it kind of looks like he's crushed, but he's not. But it's going so fast because the song is so fast that you kind of can't tell. But that was the idea behind it. I also did the same transition with Icarus looking like a blade, which I think is super cool, especially with the text I add later on. But him spinning around like that is cool in itself. Now tell me guys, is this a cheap transition? I took the scene and transitioned between the eyes. I don't know, it feels cheap because obviously the creators were making a transition out of the scene anyways, and I kind of just exploited that. Just tell me what you think. Is this cheap? Is this not cheap? Is this totally like cool or whatever? To create this smooth left and right transition, go to transitions, then combine. What combines? Combos. You can do these in various ways, but I put fall ellipses right on the first clip, and then for the second clip I did fall right. I keyframed them also because I wanted that Nightcore twist and turn, so I did a keyframe in the beginning and then one near the end, and I rotated the one at the end's clip a little bit, and then for the second clip I added a keyframe at the beginning and tilted it in the same direction as the other clip. And then I think the keyframe at the end, I think I keyframed that so it's twisting in the other direction, or I made it just straighten it out. I don't know. Be a visual learner. Did I do that? I don't remember. I was only 8 seconds into this edit and I had already run out of ideas, so me and you are in the same boat right now. But with the power of needing to get this video out, I thought of something. It was an okay idea. Opening a new project, I put these 2 clips in, cropping them so they fit side by side. Export that, and then I insert it into my OG edit. I keyframed it like so. You can also add whatever this word is, or bounce one so it's smoother. It's also found in combos. The only thing I wish I had cut the clip a little so it was smoother between him looking straight and then him looking back. But moving anything at this point meant I had to redo the edit so it lines up with the beat, and I didn't want to do that. To open graphs, press Option and then K on a Mac keyboard. I don't know how to do it on Windows. I'm sorry. And then I did ease in, ease out, and then ease in. I think this is where I knew I wasn't going to do a 3-minute long edit because I was running out of ideas quick. And if I did any more, I just keep repeating the same 6 tricks. Now this part I'm very proud of because I feel like it gives off that old OG AMV edit style. No, I will not stop talking about the OG AMVs because whatever's in my memory right now is just flawless. First, set up your keyframes. Zooming in as the song says the word and then zoom out. You can zoom out anywhere on the frame. You knew that though. I set each of my texts where I kind of wanted it to be. It's much easier to do this if you put the text on something specific. Like for example, the word get, I made sure was between his legs. Now this is easier to see on PC, but for my first keyframe, move all the text back to its specific area, decreasing the scale. Now I just moved over to my next keyframe, and so I was by the eye now. So I decreased as long as, and then I moved get right back between the legs, get back between those legs. And then I decreased those scales and I increased the scale of eye, and then I just kept doing that until I was done. Getting to climax zone here, I added my adjustment layers. Now, this is a piece of advice that I kind of wanted to put into here, because going to the HSL, basically where each color is individually set so you can brighten or decrease the saturation of that color, I increase the saturation of the light blue but decrease the saturation and brightness of everything else. Oh, and also I increase the saturation of red because I like the color red. This made sure that the blue of solo leveling really popped without it seemingly being blinding. What I mean by that is that I think a lot of the times some of us just increase the saturation, even if it's not by a lot, but just all the saturation. I think by doing that, it's kind of, what if everything was grayscale? Then everything would be gray basically. But if you made everything else grayscale and then the red not grayscale, that red would pop against the grayscale. That blue is really popping against the other colors, and then when that blue is not in that setting, the other colors still pop as well. And then I started to put text behind all of the places where I felt text needed to be. I didn't want this to be a text heavy AMV, but I wanted a little text in there. What can I say? So I put text behind Icarus. See what I was saying about the transition and then the text effect. It's just kiss. I love it. It's my favorite thing ever. It's so simple, but it's so good at the same time. And then I put text some other places that I don't really care about. Finally, exporting that and putting a motion blur on it. I don't know if the motion blur slowed down some of the clips, but the part where it says where I go was completely off, and I had to go back and do flips and double hopscotches to line it up without moving the whole video, because that would take another hour of my time that I really didn't want to use. So if it looks a bit weird, no, it doesn't. This video made the younger me happy, so I'm glad I got to share it. Because copyright, I can't show the edit in this video. However, it will be uploaded to my channel in the coming days. So if you want to see it, consider pressing the subscribe button. It's actually right below you. Not trying to patronize you or anything. I'm just saying it's just right there. It's just right there. And actually, it's really close to the comment section. So if you want to pop by and leave like a little comment, you can either say, you know, this thing was the worst thing I've ever seen. My grandma could make something better than this. Or if you want to be, you know, you could also, you know, say that this was lovely and I like this very much and I think you should keep doing this because I loved it. You know, not trying to tell you how to write, not telling you what to do. Just some ideas. If you don't do anything else today, I hope you have a great day.